Today, we're talking about the top 10 reasons why Kate Middleton and Prince William will go broke. Starting off with number 10, breaking royal protocols. This may come as a shock to many, but the couple has reportedly broken quite a few protocols during their time as a royal couple. And obviously, I am here to tell you all the tea. Did you know the Queen was known to dislike wedged heels? I mean, girl, same. Those shoes are not cute. Kate once wore a pair during a royal visit to a cider farm. After finding out the Queen did not approve, Kate started wearing wedge heels at events where the Queen wouldn't be present. As harmless as this sounds, it is always fun to see the future Queen doing something she should not be doing, and as mediocre as the taste of footwear may seem, they do take their fashion choices very seriously in order to seem ladylike. Like, damn Kate, all this for a pair of wedges? What are those?
What are those?
They are my Crocs.
Seriously, Kate, you need some fashion advice. There have been quite a few other times the future Queen has broken royal protocols. With some Marilyn Monroe moments, a few pictures showing Kate's dress flying up because of the wind was met with controversial statements regarding her fashion choices. One photographer even managed to get a shot of her bottom while her dress was flared up on a windy day. Like, ew, that's just invasive. And even though the palace was furious, calling the pic a grotesque invasion of privacy, I mean, what else is new when it comes to the royals? The worse the pic is, the easier it is for the media to bank off this family. Coming in number 9, Kate and Will are one step closer to becoming king and queen, but can we just take in all the drama and controversies they've been involved in? With multiple allegations, including accusations of being racist, it's no surprise that a lot of people do not favor the royals and are not excited to watch the couple eventually become the king and queen of England. After being seen courtside at a Celtics versus Miami Heat game, I see you, Kate and Will. Fans were not appreciative and were booing the couple while chanting USA. It's kind of funny to think that coming to America for the first time in 8 years would result in boos. But with very recent racist allegations against one of their staff members, sports fans were not planning on welcoming the royals with open arms. Can you blame them though? The allegations came after Ngozi Fulani, an attendee from a domestic abuse charity, was met with repeated questions regarding where she was really from. After exposing the royal member of the ignorant questions, Fulani spoke about how she questioned how this could happen in a space that's supposed to protect women against all kinds of violence. Go Ngozi, put these royals in their place. A Kensington Palace spokesperson made a statement mentioning their disappointment in Fulani's experience and that racism has no place in their society. This statement clearly wasn't enough since it was clear the American sports fans did not want the couple sitting in the arena with them. I mean, according to Prince William, they are very much not a racist family. Considering they're still trying to recover from the departure of Meghan and Harry, all these recent accusations just don't seem to support his statement. But I guess we'll see if they decide to take a closer look at their actions and those working for the royals. Next on the list, their rocky relationship started before their official engagement. After breaking up a couple times before getting back together and eventually getting married. Whew, I'm out of breath. Who can keep up with these two? It was revealed that Prince William ultimately broke up with Kate Middleton over the phone while she was at work. Girl, on the phone? Damn, even as a prince, he isn't charming. Having been with Kate throughout college, William was having doubts about their relationship. Allegedly, Kate excused herself from work to hear William's reasons for wanting to break up, which were, I can't, it just isn't going to work. It isn't fair to you. Sounds like a lot of excuses if you ask me. Yikes. That's not even the juiciest part. The couple, who also took a break in the spring of 2004, led to the once wild Will, who was seen dancing with other women during a vacay. He even hired an all-female crew for a yacht trip in Greece. Like, this isn't Mamma Mia, Will. Kate was also seen to be doing her own thing after becoming freshly single from their relationship. Between taking trips to Ireland and Ibiza, Kate was spotted with an heir to the British shipping fortune. As savage as it sounds, the royal prince chose the least considerate ways to break up with Kate, who is now the future Queen of England. What a story. Eventually ending up together, all their history just seems like a fun tale to tell their kids now. On to number 7, Kate and Will's spendings, which have been coming under scrutiny, in an attempt to seem relatable, Kate and her 2 younger kids were seen flying economy. What a headline. Like, damn Kate, we are so similar. There were people who accused the royal palace for scripting this to take the heat off their major financial decisions. Someone come get this girl a financial advisor immediately. These people are onto this royal family's habits, and some are not falling for this, trying to be a relatable moment. Because even though this mom taking her kids to their grandparents' house sounds super normal, it's the fact that the grandparents' house is actually a 52-bedroom castle, and Will and Prince George are flying separately following royal protocol. Yeah guys, my grandparents don't own a castle. So basically, there's really no point in the couple's attempts to seem like regular people living their regular lives as if they aren't part of the royal monarchy. If you think about it, it's kind of funny to think that one of the actual concerns this family has is to literally try to be more relatable. On to number 6, speaking of major financial decisions, the couple just added a 3rd home to their list of properties. The Adelaide cottage features a ceiling with gilded dolphins, 2 staterooms, and is set on a privately owned park in the middle of suburban London. What a great way to seem super relatable, Kate and Will. Adding another house to your already stacked roster isn't an ideal look when your country is in the midst of a housing crisis. The newly appointed King Charles wants to move the couple into Windsor Castle. Will and Kate's main priority is for their kids to get their education with as little hassle as possible, so they may possibly stay in this castle for the next decade or so. Oh, to live in a castle and avoid all responsibility. Seems like the Cambridge kids are living my dream right now. The couple's relationship hasn't always been the most perfect. As normal as that sounds, royalty surrounding the two has been in and out of the spotlight for years. Remember when Prince William was accused of cheating on Kate? Yeah, the king's son is also a cheater. Who would have thought? When Kate confronted him, all he did was laugh and told her there was nothing to worry about. That sounds like major gaslighting to me. Although the rumors were never confirmed, we can only hope they move on from this royal drama in a healthy way if they want to see the throne as king and queen together. It seems like there's a trend for members to walk out the royal palace when something is not up to their standards. We saw it when Princess Diana divorced King Charles, and more recently when Meghan and Harry bid their royal duties farewell too. Are Kate and William next? I guess time will tell. And even though the couple has dealt with a lot of criticism over the years, you can literally never predict what will happen next in the royal household. On to number 4, as part of the Windsor move, Will and Kate have decided to give their kids the most royal education, enrolling them in the Lambrick School where tuition can cost up to $30,000 a year per child. I'm sorry, you lost me at $30,000 a year. The institution includes a 9-hole golf course, a veggie patch for each class, and they plant 300 trees a year. I would also hope to offset the carbon footprint if that much was being spent on my education. Their lavish spendings don't just stop on their children. While Kate's spendiest year was 2017, when she was estimated to have spent nearly $150,000, her love of a rewear hasn't kept her clothing tab from hitting what the rest of us might earn in a year, if we're lucky. While these calculations are always imperfect, especially when she commissions custom gowns, this year so far, Kate's new clothing has easily totaled in the tens of thousands. Her collection of new $2,000 Alessandra rich dresses alone would pay someone's rent for a year. A new Amelia Wickstead dress she wore to the polo last month cost north of $1,000, paired with new $300 Camilla Elphick slingbacks. The kicker, her much criticized Caribbean tour wardrobe alone cost more than $50,000. Damn, Kate loves her some retail therapy. So relatable. Kate may love her fresh outfits and her custom coat dresses, but many other British people are still trying to figure out how they're gonna get through the next month. Unlike the mistakes Harry and Meghan have been making, which cost them a lot of royal fortune that they could have likely inherited if they kept their royal duties and all that, Kate and William are using the royal fortune and the fortune of other countries they visit for their over-the-top trips. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge's overnight visit to Yukon last September brought some excitement and attention to the territory, but for a price, $429,286. Wow, y'all really spent $400K in Yukon? That was Yukon's share of the bill, mainly covering entertainment, transportation, and catering costs for William and Kate's 2-day visit to Whitehorse and Carcross. Other expenses from the actual visit, such as security and the Royals' Whitehorse hotel room, were covered by Ottawa. Other big expenses included crowd control and traffic fencing for public events in Carcross and Whitehorse, which totaled up to $70,949, equipment and network support for a media center, which was $55,000, and a helicopter charter between Whitehorse and Carcross, which was $21,000. The government also spent $646 on umbrellas, plus $192 to ship those umbrellas, $1,700 on flags, and $791 on helium balloons at the Whitehorse Street Festival. On to number 2, the Prince and Princess of Wales flew home to the UK late Friday after a 3-day trip to America. After spending Friday night alongside celebrities like David Beckham at the 2nd annual Earthshot Prize Awards in Boston Saturday night after touching down, William and Catherine did just about the most relatable thing 2 parents could do: reunited with their 3 kids after 3 days away and attended a Christmas fundraiser at the kids' school. Good job, guys. According to Hello, immediately after the awards ceremony wrapped up on Friday night, the Waleses headed to the airport, landing in London Saturday morning, getting home as quickly as possible to their kids back in Windsor. Just hours later, according to the Sunday Times, the Waleses made a family jaunt to a Christmas fundraiser fair hosted by Lambrook, their kids' school. Number 1 on our list, people believe Prince William and Kate Middleton should pay back the public money spent on traveling during their out-of-touch Caribbean tour. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge spent 9 days touring Jamaica, Belize, and the Bahamas in March, but were hit by protests and a backlash over some of their photo ops. Buckingham Palace on June 29 revealed around $274,000 was spent on flights for the royals and their team, including a 2-week wreck by AIDS. You guys are really spending thousands like it's no big deal. The money came from the sovereign grant, their public funding given by the UK government each year based on profits from the Crown estate. The public should demand a refund of the £226 spent on the Duke and Duchess's Caribbean trip because they failed in their mission. All this succeeded in doing was causing more angst against the royal family. They were totally out of touch, they were ill-prepared, and they did not bridge the gap. The people have spoken, and it looks like you guys may be in some serious debt. The couple's tour was beset by problems before they even touched down, with a stop in Belize cancelled due to protests. They were then further protests in Kingston, and their presence appeared to ignite debates in all 3 countries about whether to remove the Queen as head of state. The visit was organized to celebrate Queen Elizabeth II's Platinum Jubilee, marking 70 years of her reign, making the opposition they encountered all the more problematic in the context of the tour's stated objective. Graham Smith, chief executive of anti-monarchy campaign group Republic, told Newsweek it's a shocking waste of money. They didn't know it was going to be such a disaster, but the fact that it was only makes it worse. Ultimately, this is taxpayers' money being spent to promote the royals, and that's not what taxpayers' money should be spent on. That is not cool, guys. If the public starts taking action against paying for all these expensive trips for the royals, how do you think this family will manage to continue funding their lifestyle? Or will they all just slowly go broke? Comment what you think, because it looks like these 2 are in a really sticky situation. That's all for today's top 10. Don't forget to like and subscribe.